5-ish?
What, me, my age?
No. The segment. I would never.
I was like, what? Okay, no, stop. I'll tell you why. So tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, really?
And I'm turning 30. So maybe I'm just sensitive to it.
Oh, no, I'm Valentine's Day.
What?
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's birthday. It's so 30K and 30, I thought.
All right, here we go.
That sounds perfect. I did my...
Well, of course, the tradition of this program is there has to be at least one song by Chicago, otherwise I don't do the show, and that kind of... the song leads into our next segment. Around the Bay in 8 weeks on AM 900 CHML, and hopefully you're training, as we say, you're 44 days away from the event and feeling stronger every day and getting more fit for the event. Interesting guests we have on this next segment. First of all, I want to welcome to the program Kate Goodwin, who is... doing a whole lot of things with St. Joe's and social media, and you're also a wellness communications coordinator, and you do stuff with St. Joe's as a wellness coordinator. First of all, welcome to the program. Kind of tell us what your busy day is like, all the stuff that you do.
Oh, well, first of all, I'll say I'm really, really happy to be here. It's really an honor to have the opportunity to mix two of my favorite things again, which is health and communications. So I really appreciate the opportunity to speak on behalf of St. Joe's. Yeah, it's awesome.
Now tell us...
about my day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the stuff that you do.
All the stuff that I do. All right. So I am the health and wellness coordinator for the hospital. So my role primarily is to introduce activities into St. Joe's culture that promote mental health and physical health of the staff.
You know, it's funny because you talk about mental health and the money raised, of course, from St. Joe's. A lot of it went to open up the new facility on West 5th, and we had the tour. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous building, and we can't talk enough about mental health issues. We could do a whole segment on that.
Oh.
Is it difficult getting staff to buy into the whole health and wellness and work versus home life balance?
I am so honored to be part of the culture at St. Joe's, truthfully, for that reason. The spirit within the organization that is dedicated to taking care of yourself and understanding that taking care of yourself, you can really take care of other people, it's very deeply entrenched there.
And I know that there's a lot of staff members at St. Joe's that take part either in the 5 or the 30 every year, and that list keeps growing every year.
Every year, yeah, it's great. We have a wonderful amount of participation, and with wellness being it's so prevalent at the hospital, and you're right, with the mental health, with the new West 5th opening up, really understanding that taking care of your body does promote mental health and does strengthen relationships. Now,
you are running the Around the Bay. You're doing the 30.
Yes.
I have been told this is your first 30K. Now, so the question becomes, how did that happen?
Oh my gosh, I can tell you exactly how it happened. So, being the wellness person at the hospital, I was approached by the foundation at St. Joe's, and they said, so we were wondering if you'd be part of this social media team. And I was like, from a communications background, I said, yeah, for sure, I'll be part of the communications team for wellness and the Around the Bay race. I'll definitely, you want me to tweet? You want me to, blog or something? And they go, yeah, and run the race. And I said, oh, okay. So then it was like, I just ended up in the 30K. How does that happen? I think the relays were sold out at that point, and I was up for a challenge, I guess. So
which begs the question: you've never run a 30K in your life.
I've never run a 30K in my life.
You run a 5 in your life.
I did. I ran my first I ran my first 5K this past October with a couple of ladies from St. Joe's. They were kind enough to bring me to the reindeer race in Buffalo. So actually, I was pretty proud of this because I ran the reindeer race with big wooden antlers on my head. So I think that's a testament to endurance and humility in itself.
I'm wondering if you've had a chance to actually see what the Bay is like, the Bay race itself.
I haven't done the whole tour around it. No. On Boxing Day, I did run the YMCA, the 10-miler. So that gave me, that's about half of a 30. So that's my experience around the Bay right now.
Now, we also have another guest that's joining us in this program, and I'm glad that she's joining us because she was sitting with the same look that you have on your face last year. It's Alessa Randazzo, who last year was the producer of this program.
Yeah.
And you decided that you wanted to join the team, CHML, last year.
What a choice.
And I can tell you, honestly, and you sat across from me, you sat across the glass in the studio, and I could see your eyes after every show getting bigger and bigger and bigger, getting more and more and more excited. I don't want to say I told you so, but take us through where your emotions were on race day.
On race day, there was a bit of fear, I won't lie. I mean, I'd never run anything at that point in my life. Never been a runner, never actually liked running as a child. I was actually one of those kids in high school who hated running, so this for me was huge. And then I get out there, and it was great because it was just a whole bunch of friends from CHML, and I heard one interview last year, and I will never forget the quote, and he said, Ted, he goes, at around 3K, we're all swearing at Ted going, why did he make us do this? Why? And the same thing happened to me. 3K, I'm going, Ted, what did you do to me? Ted. And then I crossed the finish line, and I just went, wow, that's why.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Not even running into the stadium, I put that aside. It was just the feeling of that accomplishment. So.
And you can share it now because it's 1 year later. Talk about the emotion when you cross the finish line, because I think I remember what you told me, what happened last year.
Part of me wanted to cry, but I didn't want to be that girl. It was
trust
just...
me, there are a lot of that girls there.
Yeah, it was that, I want to say powerful almost, because one, I knew I was doing something great for a great foundation, and two, it was this huge sense of accomplishment for myself. I'd never run one before. I finished it, and that was my goal. Finish it, and you'll be fine. So, and I did, and it was just like, wow. Oh, it chills.
See, and now this is why, Kate, so now you and Alessa, so now this time next year we can have you in the studio, and you can tell other people about all the fears and the big eyes that you had this time this year. Next year you can tell them it's not a big deal. So I'm hoping that that's calming your fears a little bit.
It is. It definitely is. I like you. I hadn't run anything. I happened to run that 5K. I felt a little bit of sort of what you're feeling. And then the next race I did feel a little bit more. I mean, this is going to be a big one, and I can imagine that the emotions that come up. I mean, your heart's pounding. Your heart's. Mm-hmm. We were talking about yoga and meditation. You become very centered there and connected, and I think it'll be real beautiful.
This is a question that I never thought that I would ask, but I realize as I get older, I get a little smarter, and I've been putting it off and putting it off. As a runner who has real bad IT bands, those little those things to the side of the hips that get tighter and tighter, should I be doing some yoga just to get some stretches in and just kind of get more limber as I get older?
Absolutely, Ted. I would love to do some yoga with you. I can take you through a couple. You can do pigeon pose. We can do some hip openers. We can work on your breath. We can iron out your breathing so you're nice and smooth. You're in a meditative state.
Actually, we talked about that, and our previous guest talked about the whole philosophy of thinking. I was told, and what I try to do, and some people say it's a 5K, but that's not the point. Yeah. What I try to do sometimes Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, is just kind of relax, just clear my mind, and just kind of let everything just go away and just concentrate on breathing. Tell us how important that is.
That is the most important thing to do, whether you are running or whether you are at work or when you come home at the end of the day, is truthfully to stop that racing, the racing mind, to connect with your breath, with the temperature and the velocity of it, with your present state, to become aware of your body. And then once you are in that state and you are relaxed and you are present, to decide consciously how you want to move your body.
Do you find with your circle of clients and acquaintances and what have you that our everyday life, our stressful life is causing more and more physical problems and mental problems for people? Yes,
it is. It's because we are constantly going. I think we are afraid that if we stop going, we won't be able to get as much done as we think we should or we would like to. And I think the opposite is in fact true. It's when we slow down a little bit, we can prioritize better, and we can find a real strength in ourselves to endure and to keep going. So I know when I'm running, yes, I am intimidated by the length of the course. And Ted, I watched your video today about the Heartbreak Hill, and that made me even more scared.
Well,
you know what?
It wasn't to scare anybody. It was just to show that that is where, and our next guest will talk about that in a few minutes. That's kind of where, in many ways, the race is not necessarily won or lost, but you think that you've completed the rolling hills through Burlington, and then you've got that puppy looking at you. Once you cross that hill, get up that hill, it's about 4K, a slight decline all the way down to the finish. So the intent wasn't to scare anybody, just to show you that it was pretty tough out there today. Hopefully it won't be that way race day.
I guess one of the things I thought when I was watching that this afternoon, and it's a great video that you have online,
Thank you.
Was that yes, those things that are intimidating about the race, but I am aware that if I can stay present, whether I finish in 4 hours or 6, I'm just kidding. I think I'll do better than 6. But I think that if I can stay with myself, however I do will be a testament to how I am right now.
As people have told me, it's not about the finish, it's about the journey. It's about training, it's about working with people, it's about training with people. Speaking of which, how much training are you actually getting in now as we're 44 days out?
I got frostbite on December 15th. I went out for a run on December 15th, and I got frostbite on my cheek, and it's been so cold, so that sort of scared me from going outside again. Right. So I've got a friend at work who's a real running advocate, and she's gotten me onto the treadmills inside. Right. So I've been inside for a little while. I hope to get back outside next week and just run there.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will make you this promise, and of course this is now being documented,
Ooh.
and it's being recorded, and it's online.
Yep.
If Alessa comes with me, we will take a yoga class together with you.
Oh, good. Alessa?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Okay.
She just wants to see what type of positions I can't get out of, how unlimber I am.
Oh, Ted, okay. Pigeon pose, we're going to get you in a couple inversions.
I think we're going to get him into child's pose.
Oh my goodness, I know. We're going to get Ted in Happy Baby. He's going to be rolling on the floor. He's going to just be so excited.
Oh, this is now for documented. I sense a video coming. Oh, I just let that one go. Anyway. So, Alessa, final words of advice for Kate. I mean, you went through the event, and I'm happy, and I'm happy that your sister is actually joining the team as well this year, that word is getting out. Final words of advice.
Just, I guess, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously because it's your first 30Ks. You were saying, just enjoy it, and I think you've got the best advice for yourself. Just stay one with yourself, and you'll be fine.
Awesome.
All right, so our guests have been Alessa Randazzo from Team CHML, Kate Goodwin, who does a whole bunch of stuff. Very quickly, talk about the social media aspect, because I know you and I have been following each other on Twitter, and I've been seeing your tweets.
Yeah.
Talk about how all that came about with the hospital.
This is such an awesome project. I just think that St. Joe's and the people that are leading this project, one of the girls named Stephanie McCauley, she's really taken the reins.
Stephanie has done Stairmasters workout with me.
She's great. She putting this together to get a team of people that are from various backgrounds and various levels of running. So professionally, we're very diverse, and then even athletically, we're very diverse. But she pulled together with the foundation. She pulled together all of these different voices to use the same hashtags for Around the Bay and to call out to each other and to support one another. So it's been really great because you get to share in this community and you do feel support. So it's fun. We're having a lot of fun with it. Sending out a couple hashtags between coworkers about what foods to eat, or were they out today, or we're doing something fun together. It's been awesome. I
just sense that hashtag here, Ted's doing yoga. I think this is going
hashtag Ted's doing yoga.
I think this is now going to be the next trend on the Twitter. It's already out there. See, I just got to put this stuff out there.
I love it.
I think I may regret it. Kate Goodwin,
awesome.
Thanks for this. I know you've been fighting a cold.
I know.
Get healthy soon. We will be in touch to talk about the project, and of course, best of luck. Enjoy the race. Take your time. And when, again, I keep talking about the finish, you come down that ramp, you
Smile.
make that right-hand turn, and there are thousands of people there looking and screaming and applauding and lights. It is such a rush.
Ooh.
It is such a rush. You may cry.
I will
That's okay.
probably cry.
That's okay. Coming up in just a moment, a very special guest, his story of running and helping people. This is Around the Bay in 8 weeks on AM 900 CHML.